The Rosalind Franklin was set up in 2018, and we'd already identified that nanobodies were going to be a key technology for us. They're really useful in structural biology, and our work to treat diseases and understand the basis of disease was always going to use nanobodies. While we were working on these nanobodies, COVID appeared, and of course all of us remember what a trauma that was. The world changed and our research changed too, so we moved from thinking of nanobodies as tools to using nanobodies to try to defeat that virus.
We realised that nanobodies had great potential as diagnostics and therapeutic agents to tackle the virus. So we set to work quite immediately in the lab trying to identify nanobodies to the spike protein of the virus, which is the key protein that interacts between the virus and human cells at the start of infection.
Nanobodies are the target binding domain of antibodies, and these antibodies are quite special because they can only be found in camels and other camel-like animals like llamas.
We discovered that that little nanobody was potently able to bind to the viral protein and stop the viral protein entering cells. So in other words, it stops infection dead. The great thing about nanobodies is we can make them in large quantities upstairs in the lab. And because we were able to make them here, we were able to accelerate their development for treating the virus.
We demonstrated that you can apply the nanobodies to the lining of the nose and thereby reduce signs of COVID infection.
We're at a stage that I would call late-scale discovery, so now we're looking for partners to help us take these agents through to preclinical and ultimately clinical development. In the nearest future, these agents will find their way into early clinical testing.
We combined almost all different disciplines in science that you can find. We had chemistry, physics, computational approaches, biochemistry, structural biology, and they were all combined for this research.
These nanobodies are so effective against respiratory diseases such as COVID. We are quite optimistic that they may play a role in tackling other viruses, particularly those in the respiratory system. The virus was traumatic, but one of the good things that may come out of it is new medicines for some of these respiratory diseases.